Okay, what? Let me see my hair. Can see there? Okay, it's like so in my face.
So this is Mireia. She's a winemaker from Spain, worked at Castel de Incas, moved here in 2014, married me, and now we make wine together under Camins to Dreams.
And she's Tara Gomez. She's also the winemaker for Kita Wines. And she's been there for 10 years, and it's been 3 years, 2017, that we started Camins to Dreams together.
We both met at J-Lore Winery. She came in as an intern back in 2006, and she was actually working in the cellar while I was in the lab. And so she would always come in after work to wait for the other interns that actually worked with me to go home. And so she would just hang out in the lab and make lots of noise and disrupt the lab. And so a lot of great memories. Back in our J-Lore days.
Yeah, so she's right. I was working in the cellar, so I would go after there, and obviously she didn't like much that I was always in my computer waiting. So she decided to take me to her side project, to Kalawashak Wine Cellars.
I always took care of the interns as they would come through. We got interns every year from all different parts of different countries and stuff, and I felt like I was like the mother of them all, just bringing them in, taking them to go do their laundry, to go get groceries. Whatever they needed, I was like their support group. And
she was really the only one taking care of all the interns. So yeah, and then like she was there for like 4 months, I think, 4 or 5 months doing harvest over there at J-Lore. And when I left to Spain, I invited her to visit me. And yeah, she's been going back and forth from Spain since she was like what, 16 years old, because she had a brother exchange brother from Spain.
Exchange brother.
But he was to the south of Spain, and I'm from the north of Spain, so...
Yeah, I've never been up to the north of Spain, so that was my first time. Yeah. When I went to go work with you in Spain, I think it was like my last year there, which was what, 2009? Because I lived with her, and we would commute to work, which was like an hour away. So I lived with her, commuted with her to work, worked with her. Traveled with her. We always traveled together to go visit all the different wine regions back then. And yeah, that's how it just blossomed and
I don't think we knew by then that I was going to marry her, that she was going to marry me. But yeah, we started this relationship, long distance relationship. And
for like 6 years.
Like for 6 years, like we would see each other once a year.
Twice a year.
Or twice a year, but like for a month, like she would come to Spain for a couple of weeks, and then 6 months later, I would come here for a couple of weeks. And we would just travel all over. Like, she would take me to Napa, Sonoma, all Central Coast, visiting wineries, and I would take her to Germany, to France, to,
we traveled
like all over Spain. We just
Those were like the best days ever. We used to travel a lot.
Yeah, we said we were young and rich.
Yeah, that was when
we didn't have any worries, so all the money would go for that trip.
Yeah, for our vacation time. And
so in 2014, after 6 years going back and forth, I decided to move here, to marry her. And then since then, it's been working together. And in 2017, we decided it was time to start our own winery and bring back Kalawashak Wine Cellars. Just that we just changed the name as a DBA, Camins to Dreams, so it was like a name for both of us.
They represented both of us. And so Camins to Dreams translates to path. So through all the paths or routes that we've traveled, both in Spain and here, it has finally led us back here to our dreams and our dream winery that we started together. We used to do more so a lot of blind tastings, and we'd actually do it with a black glass. So you don't know if it's a white or a red. And so we would always...
We're horrible blind tasters.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
saying
put
it.
it out there. We're not the best at it.
We're
and-
winemakers. We make the wine. We don't taste much
And-
enough.
Yeah, and I used to taste a lot more back then, and now lately I haven't really tasted a whole lot. But we always find ourselves back to it and tasting together, blind, and just really evaluating the wines because that's what kind of like started our relationship.
She was
started.
like gnarly. Like when she started coming to Spain and traveling all these wine regions and everything, she had like notes from all the wineries, all the wines that she wanted to taste in each winery, all the reviews
my
from
homework.
everything. She had like all the homework. And she's like, we have to hit 10, 15 wineries a day. We have to go see this one, and I want to buy this
Yeah,
one.
we
And then we're
definitely
gonna...
had an itinerary.
Oh my goodness, she
in
was like...
place. And it wasn't until we went to Burgundy that I actually threw all of that away and just said that we're going to
enjoy the moment.
enjoy the moment for what it's worth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see how this goes.
That's
Hopefully
it.
this doesn't end in divorce. I'm just joking. See how this goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
You ready for it?
That's it.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. May I pour you first?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. See if you could. Whoa! Look at that color.
Color.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about
Ooh. So animal, leathery. I like the color. It's super purple.
this. Yeah, really deep color, huh?
Really deep color.
Um.
Kind of like peppery.
What do you think? This is leaning more towards old world or new world?
Well, I mean, it's difficult to say just with the nose, but for all that leathery, I would say more like probably old world. I don't get a lot of fruit on the nose. It's more spicy, peppery, leather, earth. Medium bodied. Acidity is nice, but not too much. Super soft tannins.
What would you say about the age of this particular wine?
Good question. I mean, it's starting to have a little bit more of the clear on here, so a little bit more of the orange, but it's still like the color, it's still like really purple. Red. I don't know, like 4, 5 years. But then it's super soft, the tannin, so it could be even a little bit more.
So you're saying old world, 4 to 5 years old.
Maybe more, but it's difficult to say, yeah.
How do you describe these aromatics?
Just like a spice, leather, pepper, earth. I don't get a lot of fruit.
Yeah, the aromatics on it is a little closed. It's been a
Yeah.
little shy.
It is. It's really silky, really smooth.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
So that could be that has a little bit more of aging too. But the color is so purple still. Low pH then, right?
Sorry?
Low pH.
Low pH.
So, where do we go here? Like Rhone. Could be Syrah. I don't think if it's Rhone, I think it's more Northern Rhone because of the lower alcohol. But the tannins are really, really super smooth. Yeah, I don't know.
Wild guess?
A wild guess, they would be, Rhone, Northern Rhone, probably Syrah.
Northern Rhone Syrah. It's a good guess.
2014. Yeah. I don't think it's Côte Rôtie because it doesn't have that rust. I don't know. Côte Rôtie to me is like really rustic, so I don't think it's Côte Rôtie. So it's probably more, I don't know. Could be Hermitage. Maybe it's pretty soft. I don't think.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, let's do Hermitage.
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 Syrah.
Syrah. Yeah.
13 to 13.5%.
Yeah.
Old
2014.
world, I'm assuming.
Well,
that
we're
you're-
talking Hermitage.
Yeah.
2014 vintage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we move to the next one?
Let's do it.
Okay. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Wow.
You want a little bit more or it's good?
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Wow. Totally different.
A lot more aromatics and things happening here.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit close. This
Color
one,
too.
it's like a bomb of aromas.
So get a lot of spice, a lot of the darker fruits.
Nice.
Get some of that toasted oak presence there. Get a little. I don't think this is that old of a wine, just based on the color of it. Has these purple hues as well, so not older.
Both wines are super smooth and
Yeah, tannins are
nice.
extremely soft
nice.
and velvety.
What about the aromas? What direction you go?
So I'll say, I don't think this is a new world. I would probably guess old world.
It's got a lot of fruit though.
Yeah, but you get a lot of earthiness as well. The alcohol isn't like a California style at all.
Yeah.
So based on that, I would probably say that this is potentially old world.
Potentially. Which variety are we talking about?
So just by looking at the color, I wouldn't say it's, from what we just had, I would go opposite from Rhone.
I would go opposite from
And
Rhone.
maybe go Bordeaux.
cross friends to the other side. Are you talking it's a Bordeaux blend?
I think it's more of a Bordeaux. I'm thinking it's more of a Bordeaux I get.
Are we talking about Cab, Merlot, Petit Verdot?
Is it a
Malbec?
single? Is it a single variety?
It's a mainly variety.
Okay,
right?
So that,
Yeah, it could be a single variety.
so I think I get a little bit of this pencil shavings here as well. So I would probably say maybe a Cabernet Sauvignon, Old World.
Could be.
So if I say that, then that would probably be. So right bank is more Merlot based, so maybe left bank. Predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay. Are we guessing any vintage, any alcohol?
Maybe it's a 2016.
Seems pretty young. But the tannins are super soft too.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit older. So maybe like a 20.
I don't know.
I would give a range between 2014 and 2016.
You're cheating.
But final answer, I would say it's a Cabernet Sauvignon from Bordeaux, left bank. Between a 2014 and 2016. Why don't we go in the middle? 2015.
Okay, pull it. That's yours. Yeah.
So this is actually a wine that we're still learning about.
Oh my goodness, what did she bring?
And so,
Holy smokes, you killed me there. Wow.
So it's 100% Graciano. This vineyard, Finca Goyales.
Yeah.
It's 100% variety. The reason why I chose this wine is because it's a husband and wife duo, Goyo Garcia and Diana Urgiva. So his family is pretty popular in Ribera del Duero. They have their own bodega, and then he branched off, the son branched off and created his own label. And then he makes wine off his own and makes wine with his wife. It's 100% natural winemaking, no SO2 added.
Really nice. Wow. Yeah. Super leathery. It was a little close, so it was really difficult. So that's why I went Northern Rhone, because it had like all that spice.
I think everything that you described about it is correct, and that's why I would have guessed that too. So
yeah, super soft tannins. It's really good wine. I liked it.
Yeah. Have you ever tried this one before?
I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah.
I said it was a Cabernet Sauvignon. Bordeaux in a Bordeaux glass. In a Bordeaux
bottle.
Oh my gosh! Are you freaking kidding me?
We have a Chateau Cologne Ségur. San Steph 2000, what is that, 15? And it has a huge heart in the bottle.
Oh my gosh, so this brings back memories.
Yeah.
This brings back memories from a few years ago when we were actually in Barcelona doing a tasting.
Yeah, there was a Bordeaux tasting from one of the distribution companies that brings Bordeaux to Spain or to Catalonia. And we went to this tasting. There was like all the big Grand Crus and Premier Crus there. I don't know, like there's Chateau d'Yquem, Latour, Lafite, they were all there. And then there was Cologne Ségur, and we never tasted this. And I don't know, like I think they were like right next, the booth was right next Chateau d'Yquem, and Chateau d'Yquem had like the hugest line ever, and we were like, okay, screw it, like, you know, another time. And the lady that was there pouring their wine, like she was like so nice, and she was telling us the story of the herd.
What was the story of the heart again?
So the owner of Cologne Ségur owns also Latour and Lafite. And he once said that he makes wines at Latour and Lafite, but his heart, it's always at Cologne Ségur. And then they put this heart in the bottle, and it's always been there since.
Aww.
So, yeah, it reminded me of that time, and I know you love Cap. So, yeah, that's why I grabbed it.
Totally different from this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely different.
Totally different from this.
Yeah. Yeah, you totally nailed it.
No, but wait, is this a blend? You said this is a blend.
Well,
so
it's 85% Cap. Yeah.
Pretty much Cabernet Sauvignon. What else is in it?
A little bit of Merlot and Petit Verdot. Good job.
Oh.
She's always the winner.
No, that's not true. I would have totally bombed this one too.
Yeah, that one was a hard one. It's really good though.
The descriptors were right on.
Just like, I couldn't get fruit. It was just like spicy.
It was being a little shy, yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Really soft. That's why I was like, cannot be South Rhone because it would have more alcohol, more structure. Northern would be like a little bit drier. So I was like, that's why I was like, oh, let's go to the middle. But
so this last year, we were planning this trip to Spain to go visit all
I'm gonna pour me a little bit more because I want to revisit
all of the.
Yeah, we were gonna.
This region.
We're gonna go to
Navarro or La Rioja.
Yeah, Rioja, Ribera, all that area where they have Graciano. We were gonna go visit because we're sourcing Graciano from here, from Santa Rita Hills. So that was like our idea to go there. So yeah.
Cheers! Good job.